All right, folks. So imagine, right? You believe in a conspiracy theory so hard that you decide to go travel to Washington, D.C., the nation's capital, and try to overturn the results of an election by storming the Capitol and beating the shit out of police officers. And now imagine you're a father. And then imagine your daughter rats you out and makes fun of you in front of the entire world. So this is what we're reading here. Wow, the S&P 500 is down half a... Like, who gives a shit? Why the fuck? Who gives a fuck? Anyway, a Capitol protester is expected to stay in jail after his kids gave officials information about him. Guy Riot threatened his children after participating in the January 6th siege. His arrest has torn the family apart, the report said. See more stories on Insider's business page. Let's read, folks. Let's read. An alleged 3%er who is accused of breaching the Capitol is expected to remain in jail awaiting his trial after his family members gave officials information leading to his arrest. Imagine being such a terrible fucking father and such a terrible fucking husband. Now, what is the conservative ideology based on, again? Remind me. It's based on the fucking traditional values. It's based on the nuclear fucking family. It's based on being fucking, like, God-fearing Americans. It's based upon being fucking participants in society. So you're telling me this guy's a conservative. He believes in family values, traditional marriage. He believes in all this stupid garbage. And yet, this guy's entire family rats him out in a fucking heartbeat because he's such an abusive hellhole of a person to be around. Again, I need to remind you folks, these people that self-identify as conservatives, they aren't conserving anything. All they're doing is trying to gaslight you and make it seem okay that they're a fucking racist, scumbag, abusive piece of shit. They're trying to make it seem like, oh, no, it's just my political beliefs, man. I'm just a conservative, bro. It's just we have difference of opinion, man. No, we don't, motherfucker. The difference of opinion is I think that all human life is sacred. You think you can control motherfuckers and you think it's okay to beat the shit out of your wife and children. Now I'm just making, like, why else would a wife and child, rat out their fucking father figure? Why would they? Oh, I don't know. Maybe because they probably weren't the best person to be around. That's my... Guy Riot, a Texas husband and father, drove to Washington, D.C. to attend the January 6th pro-Trump rally. Armed with an AR-15 rifle and pistol, threatened his family members, boasted about his participation, and bragged to the fellow militia members that the siege was just the beginning, court documents said. Days after returning from his trip to the nation's capital, Riot told his children he knew the FBI was watching him. On January 11th, he told his 18-year-old son and 16-year-old daughter that he had to erase everything, referring to video evidence of his attendance, legal records said. Riot told his son, Jackson, that if he crossed the line and reported his father to the police, Riot would have no option but to do what he had to do. Imagine your dad walks home with a gun. It was like... And then you're like, what's up, Dad? How you doing? And he's like... If you rat me out, I'm going to do what needs to be done. Like, what the fuck is this guy? Like, Jesus Christ. Jackson told investigators. While Jackson asked his father if he was threatening him, Riot responded by saying, "Don't put words in my mouth," the affidavit said. Court documents said Riot threatened his daughter. The girl was using her cell phone to talk with her friends when Riot told her that if she recorded him or put anything about him on social media, she would have crossed the line, betrayed the family, and he would put a bullet through her phone. What the fuck? Like, again, hey, the best way to have a nuclear family and a traditional marriage based on conservative values and principles, I don't know, is not to threaten to kill your children? Maybe? Like, hey... You're the one who believes in the nuclear family, not me. You're the one who believes in traditional marriage, not me. Is it in traditional marriage you threaten to kill your kids every day? Is that like, oh, Dad, Dad's threatening to kill me again, just another day. Like, what? Like, what the fuck? That same day, the two children who disapproved of their father's pro-Trump politics told their mother, Nicole, that Riot had threatened them. When confronted by his wife, Riot doubled down on his warning, saying that if his children turned him in, they would be traitors, and that traitors get shot, court documents said. Jesus fucking Christ. These people are fucking crazy. If you've got a Trumper in your family, this is probably what they're like behind the scenes. Seriously, these motherfuckers are crazy. They're fucking nutso, motherfucker. Imagine fucking this guy. Like, what the hell? Like, there's a certain level of, like, how do, like, imagine you fuck this guy for 20 years. Like, I literally, okay. Refet's wife and son told FBI officials about this and more when agents arrived at their Wiley, Texas home on January 16th to execute a search warrant and eventually arrest Refet, legal records said. Jackson has since left the family's home and is now living in an undisclosed location, court documents said. The son previously told CNN he had tipped off about the FBI about his father. But despite detailing Refet's post-siege behavior to investigators, family members have continued to support the patriarch in court and in the media. These motherfuckers have guns to their heads. Like, again, this guy was a part of the 3%ers. These guys have guns to their heads. Like, seriously. Like, there's no way a human being says, like, oh yeah, he threatened to kill me and my kids, but he's such a loving father. No, they have guns to their fucking heads. Absolutely. Nicole told CNN that Refet is a loving husband and a devoted father, loyal friend, and passionate patriot. What? Like, what? He's such a passionate patriot and loyal father that he threatened to kill me and my children. That's what loyal fathers do. They point guns at us and say, we're going to kill you. Like, hey, just say it. She insisted his statements were taken out of context. Lord have mercy. Meanwhile, the couple's minor daughter and her boyfriend testified on behalf of Refet in court Monday. Though she told the judge she thought Refet had tried to intimidate her and her brother, she said she did not believe he would be dangerous if released. CNN reported Refet's lawyer also downplayed his client's threats while arguing for his pre-trial release. U.S. Magistrate Judge Zia Furikui rejected Refet's release request because the prosecutors claims that Refet had donned body armor, a helmet, and a firearm, and plastic flex cuffs at the Capitol grounds. Furikui and Refet had used encrypted communications, said Refet had used encrypted communications with fellow 3%ers before and after the attack and had planned for violence. Insider reached out to Refet's defense attorney for comment. The 3%ers, a far-right anti-government group for which Refet said he conducted vetting and intelligence, formed in 2008, the Anti-Defamation League said. Its name originates from the myth that only 3% of colonists took up arms during the Revolutionary War. Members view themselves as modern-day versions of those revolutionaries, fighting against a tyrannical U.S. government rather than the British. Imagine. You are such a revolutionary. You're fighting against the fucking modern day British, but you consider yourself a patriot? What? That sounds like a cuck to me, brother. But whatever. Anyway, this guy's embarrassing, and his family is in danger. And anyone who reads this and thinks the family's not in danger, I'm sorry, but you're a fucking freak. I hope that these kids and the wife get witness protection. I hope that they're okay, and I hope that this guy goes to jail for the rest of his life. Hey, just saying.